Brazil signed MOU to boost agribusiness in 774 local government areas. KOGI Governor ODODO makes fresh appointments. Edo State Governor OKPEBHOLO restores full statutory rights to Oba of Benin. Trump to sack 15,000 transgender soldiers. And in sports, Leicester City sack manager Steve Cooper after home defeat to London club. A very warm welcome to you. This is MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Gift Daniel. Thanks for joining. The federal government of Nigeria, through the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, FMAFS, and Fundaco Getulio Vargas, FGV of Brazil, have signed a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, to advance private sector development in fertilizer production, hybrid seed technology, and agricultural finance. The MOU was signed on behalf of the government by the Permanent Secretary of FMAFS, Temitope Fajedemi, and the President of FGV, Professor Carlos Ivan Semusien Lin, at FGV headquarters in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, on the sidelines of the G20 Leaders Summit. According to Abiodun Oladunjoye, the Director of Information and Public Relations, in a press statement released, the agreement marks a new phase of strategic collaboration between Nigeria and FGV. The Green Imperative Project GIP-led implementer, one of the largest international agricultural technology transfer initiatives. Conceived in 2018, GIP is a $1.2 billion cooperative effort between Brazil and Nigeria, designed to modernize Nigeria's agricultural sector through Brazilian expertise in tropical agriculture. Since the MOU was conceived in 2018, both parties have engaged in many meaningful discussions to advance its design and implementation. The project, supported by Deutsche Bank, aims to deliver transformative agricultural technologies and knowledge transfer over its 10-year duration. Over the next 5 years, the project will identify and support one agribusiness in Nigeria's 774 local government areas with technical and financial resources, driving sustainable development and economic growth. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has said it will commence nationwide continuous voter registration, CVR, in the first quarter of 2025. The electoral body said the exercise would commence at the local government area level and later extend to registration areas. In a memo dated November 20, 2024, the Commission Secretary, Rose Oriaro Anthony, asked resident electoral commissioners, RECs, to make some arrangements for the exercise. KOGI State Governor Ahmed Usman ODODO has approved the appointment of chairman and permanent members of KOGI State Secondary Education Board. This is contained in a statement by the Secretary to the Government of KOGI State, Dr. Folashade Arike Ayoade. According to the statement, those appointed are Dr. Habiba Suleiman, chairman, and Paul Peter Jibril, representing KOGI East as permanent member 1. Others are Husseini Ada Al-Hassan, permanent member 2, representing KOGI West, and Nadambe Otaru as permanent member representing Central. The appointment is subject to their confirmation by the State House of Assembly. The statement added that the appointment was part of the commitment of the present administration to repositioning secondary education in the state. The governor congratulated the appointees and urged them to bring their wealth of experience to bear in the discharge of their duty. Also, the KOGI State Governor has approved the appointment of Professor Solomon Avidime as the Pioneer Provost, College of Medicine Conference University of Science and Technology, Osara. Prior to his appointment, Professor Avidime was operating as the Pioneer Chief Medical Director of the Reference Hospital in Okene. His appointment was conveyed in a statement by the Secretary to the Government of KOGI State, Dr. Folashade Arike Ayoade. He is a distinguished Nigerian scholar and medical expert, boasting an impressive career as a professor of obstetric and gynecology at the prestigious Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria. Meanwhile, Governor ODODO has also appointed Dr. Shuaibu Babatunde as the new Chief Medical Director of the Reference Hospital, Okini. The governor congratulated the newly appointed officials on their assignments, noting that they are expected to assume their duties immediately. In a bid to further right the wrongs of the immediate past administration and foster cordial relations between the government and the people, the Edo State Governor, Monday OKPEBHOLO, has restored the full statutory rights of the Benin monarch over the contentious issue of the ownership of ancient artifacts looted from the palace of the Oba of Benin during the 1897 Benin massacre by the British colonial forces. This was disclosed in a release signed by Fred Itua, Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Monday OKPEBHOLO. The statement also said the state government is withdrawing the letter revoking the concession of the Oba Akenzua II Cultural Center, issued by the last administration to be used as a motor park. The OKPEBHOLO administration is backing the initial plan of the state government to build the Benin Royal Museum that will house the returned artifacts and is distancing itself from the Museum of West African Arts, MOA, which the previous administration fronted as the museum to hold the returned Benin artifacts. Edo State Governor Monday OKPEBHOLO has constituted a 14-man state assets verification committee to probe the administration of former Governor Godwin Obaseki. A statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Fred Itua, on Sunday in Benin City listed the members and indicated that the committee members would be inaugurated on Tuesday, November 26th. The statement noted that the committee became imperative to set the state on the path of development and accountable leadership. Islamic morality police in the northern Nigerian city of Kano are to resume their crackdown on betting shops after a Supreme Court's ruling on gambling. The Nigerian Supreme Court quashed a 2005 law on Friday that established the National Lottery Commission and legalized sports betting and gambling. The court ruled gambling regulation as a matter for state governments. Kano State is one of 12 predominantly Muslim Nigerian states in which Islamic Sharia is used alongside federal law. On politics, the Labour Party LP has denied allegations of collaborating with President Bola Tinubu ahead of 2027 elections. The rebuttal follows a viral video in which Deji Adeyoju, a human rights lawyer, accused the party of working with the president. In a statement issued on Friday, Obiora Ifo, the National Publicity Secretary of the LP, dismissed the claims, emphasizing the party's unwavering opposition stance. The Labour Party highlighted its continued efforts to hold the government accountable post-2023 elections, stating, after the 2023 general election, it continued to interrogate the system's failure and has been very visible playing the role of the opposition, continuously critiquing the policies, proffering solutions and advising the government. The party reiterated its commitment to credible governance, rejecting any claims of collusion with the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. We go on a short break. We will be right back. Please stay with us.
Malachi TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. Thanks, you are still with us. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has arrested a 50-year-old businessman, Osua Ehinacho, at the Akano Ibiam International Airport, AIIA, Enugu, for ingesting 90 wraps of cocaine. Osuaha was intercepted on Wednesday, 20th November 2024 at the arrival hall of the Enugu Airport during the inboard screening of passengers arriving from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, on an Ethiopian Airlines flight following months of intelligence and surveillance on him. He was subsequently placed on excretion observation, during which he ejected 90 pellets of cocaine weighing 2.019 kilograms in 7 excretions. Investigation reveals that the suspect, who operates phone accessories business in Lagos and Gabon, Central Africa, traveled by road from Gabon to Douala, Cameroon, from where he took a flight to Addis Ababa, where he swallowed the pellets of cocaine while in transit, and thereafter continued his journey to Enugu with Lagos as his final destination. He deliberately complicated his movements to distort traces of his travel history, unknown to him that he has been on NDLA watch list for the past 3 months. In his statement, Osuoha said he desperately needed the money for the criminal drug trade to boost his declining phone and accessories business. Next on our foreign news. Donald Trump is reportedly preparing to issue an executive order aimed at removing 15,000 transgender military personnel upon taking office in January 2025. According to sources within the military, the order would medically discharge these service members over unfitness for duty. This move could extend beyond Trump's previous policy that only banned new transgender recruits while allowing current service members to stay. Trump has long criticized what he sees as a focus on diversity and inclusion over military readiness. United States Senator Lindsey Graham has threatened to impose sanctions on allied nations like Canada, Britain, Germany, and France if they enforce the International Criminal Court arrest warrant against Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. These warrants were issued about alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity in Gaza. Graham's statement was made in response to the ICC's decision, and it reflects a strong stance against supporting the court's actions. Israel's military offensive on Gaza, launched after a cross-border attack by Hamas in October, has resulted in over 44,000 deaths, mostly women and children, and left more than 104,000 injured. The conflict has sparked global outrage, with Israel facing a genocide case at the International Court of Justice for its actions in Gaza. Additionally, Israel has engaged in airstrikes in Lebanon targeting Hezbollah, resulting in over 3,600 deaths, 15,300 injuries, and the displacement of more than 1 million people since last October. A tragic incident occurred in Vilnius, Lithuania on Monday, November 25, 2024, when a DHL cargo plane crashed near a residential area, killing at least 1 person and injured 2 others. The plane, operated by Swifter to DHL, was traveling from Leipzig, Germany to Vilnius airport when it went down in the municipality of Liepkalnis around 5:30 a.m. local time. According to reports, there were 4 people on board, including 2 pilots and 2 DHL employees. Unfortunately, 1 pilot was killed in the crash, while the second pilot and 2 other crew members were rescued with signs of life. The incident also caused a fire at the scene, but the residents of the affected house are all alive, with a dozen people evacuated. The airport operations were not disrupted despite the crash. Next is sports updates. Leicester City has parted ways with manager Steve Cooper following a series of poor results, leaving the team just above the Premier League's relegation zone. The club also confirmed the departure of assistant manager Alan Tate and first-team coach analyst Steve Rance. The newly promoted team has struggled with a winless streak in the league, currently sitting 16th in the standings with just 10 points from 12 matches. Cooper took charge of the Foxes on a 3-year contract, replacing former manager Enzo Maresca just 5 months ago. His final match in charge ended in a 2-1 home loss to Maresca's Chelsea on Saturday. Cooper becomes the second Premier League manager to be dismissed this season, following Manchester United's decision to part ways with Erik ten Hag last month. Ruben Amorim's highly anticipated debut as Manchester United head coach began with a disappointing 1-1 draw against Ipswich Town. The match started on a high note for Amorim's side as Marcus Rashford scored in the opening minutes, converting a low cross from Amad Diallo after a brilliant run down the right wing. However, Ipswich quickly regained control, and despite Amorim's tactical shift to a back three, United struggled to maintain their early momentum. United dominated possession, holding 70% of the ball in the second half, but failed to convert that into clear chances. Onana made key saves, including a remarkable denial of Liam Delap's close-range shots. Amorim introduced fresh attacking options with substitutions, but despite their efforts, United could not break down Ipswich's defense. The home side nearly stole a late win when Conor Chaplin's close-range shot was saved by Onana. And from our entertainment desk, Kogi State Governor Ahmed ODODO has assured the citizenry of government support to make the first of its kind carnival a success. The governor, represented by the Deputy Governor, Joel Oyibo, after the launching, encouraged the committee to do the needful. Our reporter tells us more.
Carnival is a celebration of culture and joy. In this light, the Kogi State Governor, represented by the Deputy Governor Joel Oyibo, has launched the official logo for the Kogi State International Carnival, set to hold in December at the 33 years anniversary celebration of Kogi State held in Glass House, Lokoja. While emphasizing on the reason for the celebration, he urged the people of Kogi not to see any tribe as inferior under the leadership of Governor Usman Ododo.
You may ask, what are we celebrating? Under the leadership of Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo, we are celebrating unity. Under the leadership of Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo, there is no need to see any tribe in Kogi State as inferior. No tribe is inferior in Kogi State. Under the administration of Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo, we are celebrating peaceful coexistence because in Kogi State, where there is no peace, development will be far, far, far away from us. We are celebrating because Kogi State is a place where the two big rivers, they met. If you go down, you see how they'll start mixing with each other, and so they continue their journey.
The Secretary to the Government of the State, Dr. Folashade Ayoade, commends the initiative and charged the people of the state to promote the culture through the carnival.
God resides in Kogi State. If you get to the conference point, it will amaze you to see the conference points and the two rivers did not meet, because you will see the distinct colors. God, we need to showcase all this. We need to let the world know our cultural heritage. Our different cultures is not something that will divide us. It will rather unite us. It will bring us together.
While speaking at the event, the Commissioner for Art and Culture, Acharu Okpanachi, in her speech, called on the people globally to come enjoy the rich culture and harness the economic opportunities through the cultural exchange via the Kogi International Carnival.
As we unveil this logo, we embark on a journey to promote cultural exchange, tourism, and economic growth. We invite the world to come and experience the warmth of hospitality, the richness of our culture, and the splendor of our natural wonders. I want to express my gratitude to our governor for his vision and support, to the Carnival committees for their hard work, and to all of you being there part of this historic moment.
The Senior Special Advisor on Art and Culture, Juwon Olorunnipa, known as Juma B, who is the brain behind the carnival, in his address appreciated the governor for the opportunity to serve and agitate for adequate welfare and support for the Ministry of Arts and Culture.
We gather to reflect on our journey, achievements, aspirations, and to unveil the International Carnival logo. The KOGI International Carnival is scheduled to take place from 1st to 7th of December 2024 in 3 senatorial zones. Your Excellency, ably represented by the Deputy, I propose the establishment of a dance theatre to provide a suitable space for our dancers. I humbly request again the consideration for a full-time employment of over 40 individuals who have contributed to the KOGI Social Council for Arts and Culture as dancers, drummers, musicians, and working as ad hoc staffs for years. Your Excellency, your divine mandate is evident, and we acknowledge your magnanimity and commitment to elevating KOGI State.
In a glamorous launch of the logo, the theme song for the KOGI State International Carnival, featuring KOGI State artists from the 3 geopolitical zones, was released with an amazing performance.
It's so natural. It's a wonderful place here.
Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for MLC TV.
After years of fading into obscurity, Olajumoke Orisaguna, the Lagos bread seller, who rose to fame in 2016 after being discovered by renowned photographer T.Y. Bello, is making a remarkable comeback, this time as a broadcaster. Popularly known as Jumoke Oniburedi, she captured national attention when T.Y. Bello spotted her during a photo shoot while she was selling bread on the streets of Lagos and saw her potential as a model. Her story of rising from grass to grace became a media sensation, featuring her on magazine covers and inspiring countless Nigerians. However, her journey took a downward turn 4 years ago, when she lost her fame, wealth, and public relevance after falling victim to fraud allegedly orchestrated by her former manager. Jumoke claimed she was deceived by the manager, who siphoned her money made through endorsement deals and other business engagements. She revealed this during a meet and greet event titled The Comeback of Olajumoke Oniburedi, hosted by Cardinal Foundation, where she recounted her ordeal. On a sad note, the oldest Catholic priest in Nigeria, Thomas Olege, has died at the age of 104. According to a statement by Gabriel Dunia, the Bishop of Auchi, Olege passes away at approximately 2:30 a.m. on Sunday and will be buried on Wednesday, November 27, 2024. He was of the Diocese of Auchi. He died at the age of 104. May his gentle soul continue to rest in perfect peace. Amen. And this is where we wrap it up on today's news. For more information or contributions and advert placements, please call the numbers displayed on your screen. Join us daily to watch our news and other exciting programs that will brighten your day. You can also subscribe to all our social media handles to watch our previous and subsequent programs. We are Malachite TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please be your brothers and sisters keeper to build a happier and better society together. I am Gift Daniel. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.